What if this is actually true? What if Ezekiel Elliott did have to put some hands on that chick? You know what I mean? We don't like it. I don't like it. And that's definitely not the right way to start your NFL career. But, yeah. Now, finally, in my first things first segment, if you will, or just, sticking to the first few stories of the day. Friday was a very sad day for the football world. Former NFL head coach Dennis Green passed away at the age of 67 from complications of cardiac arrest. Coach Green's coaching tenure actually began at Dayton back in 1973. From there, he moved on to become a head coach at Northwestern from 1981 to 1985, then Stanford from 1989 to 91. Between 85 and 89, he was actually an assistant coach for Bill Walsh's San Francisco 49ers. Of course, his NFL career began with the Minnesota Vikings. I think that's what most people know him from, is his involvement with the Minnesota Vikings. Green's Vikings made 8 playoff appearances in 10 seasons, reaching the NFC Championship twice in 1998 and in 2000. Very sad to see him taken away so it's just so abruptly. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know that he was doing, that he was doing bad. We didn't know anything until Friday morning. You wake up and you see that Dennis Green is gone. So yeah, Denny made his mark in ways far beyond being an outstanding football coach. And this is actually a statement by the Minnesota Vikings. He mentored countless players and served as a father figure for the men he coached. Denny founded the Vikings Community Tuesday program, a critical initiative that is now implemented across the entire NFL. He took great pride in helping assistant coaches advance their careers. His tenure as one of the first African-American head coaches in both college and NFL was also transformative. So, this is a very big deal. Robert Smith, former running back for the Minnesota Vikings, he actually said that, "Rest in peace, Denny. I lost my mother in April, and I feel like I lost a father." Definitely my condolences to Robert Smith. Of course, to lose a mother, but then to lose someone that is a father figure to you, is a very big deal. Very, very big deal. But, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. It is me. He is I, and I am him. I'm here. They call the AlphaMale. We are going to get out of here. We're going to take a very quick break. But in the next segment, we definitely got to get into my Gimme 10. Okay, my Gimme 10. Last week me and Doug chopped it up and talked about, hip-hop. Of course, I think we both stand on two different spectrums of hip-hop. But I want to try to see where we stand as far as hip-hop in sports. It's AlphaMale Sports, people. Affect Fitness.
Summertime is here. Now, let's be honest, you found every excuse not to work out. You probably put it off each week telling yourself, I got time. Well, time is up. And if you're looking for a gym that is effective and motivating to get you to your goal, then you have no other choice than to choose
Affect Fitness.
Affect Fitness is an intensive boot camp experience like no other. If you're looking to increase your personal power, recognize your own strength, and cultivate your mind and body, then Affect Fitness is the boot camp for you.
Are they downtown? Where are they located?
Affect Fitness is located in the heart of Atlanta at 1 Baltimore Place Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30308.
I have a crazy schedule, really, and I'm a morning person. I like coffee, so I really need a gym that's going to be open before the first waffle drops at Waffle House.
Affect Fitness has morning classes Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m.
But I work a 9 to 5, and I need a gym that's going to be there the moment I get out of traffic. You know how this Atlanta traffic is.
Affect Fitness also has afternoon classes Monday through Friday at 4:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m.
This is so exciting, but are they open on the weekends?
Yes, Affect Fitness is also open during the weekend with classes on Saturday at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and Sunday before you go to church at 9 a.m. And there you have it. What other boot camp is open 7 days of the week with classes in the mornings and in the evenings to help get you to your goal. Like we said, if you're looking to increase your personal power, recognize your own strength, and cultivate your mind and body, then Effect Fitness is the boot camp for you.
Effect Fitness.
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Yeah. Scoochie. What's up, babe?
We're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what time it is. It is me. I am him. I am here that they call the AlphaMale. As you can hear, that's Gucci Mane in the background, that is. Of course, one thing I forgot to mention last segment, Gucci Mane, of course, we all know he came back home from prison and stuff like that. Yeah, just like damn near every other rapper. But it's kind of cool because, you know, he had a concert this past weekend at the Fox Theater. Really cool. Gucci and friends. And when I tell you he had everybody come out, I mean everybody. Majority of those artists were Atlanta artists, but, you know, other than that, I mean, he had Pee Wee Longway, Young Dolph, and this is to all the people who understand what I'm talking about. Now, all you, you know what? Yeah, if I'm a greenhorn, then y'all old folks got to be like brown horns or something. Either way, I'm trying to make something up so I can call y'all names. But anywho, yeah, he had Young Dolph, Pee Wee Longway, 2 Chainz, Migos, and then he went so far as bringing out Drake. Drake even showed up to the festivity. So definitely a major shout out to Gucci Mane. A very good turnout this past weekend. Nobody got hurt. Nobody, you know, no BS, no drama, no shootings or anything like that. So definitely a very good look for Gucci Mane this past weekend. Now, I bring up, you know, the whole hip hop aspect because last week me and Doug was talking about, you know, rappers nowadays. And, you know, I don't know why you older folks like to bring up how, you know, we used to listen to EPMD and stuff like, I mean, I listen to those guys, you know, I don't listen to EPMD. I don't listen to Run DMC. I don't listen to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You know, I know I know the names. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I know hip hop. I know my hip hop history. My father, he kind of came up in the early, you know, he was in the beginning of hip hop. He heard all that stuff. So, you know, I know the early stages of hip hop. You know, I'm not that much of a greenhorn, but, you know, we got into the debate about, you know, hip hop and things of that such. And I saw how much of a great response we got from it that I wanted to kind of translate into the sports realm. You know what I'm saying? Like into the sports realm and the sports world. How does it translate to the sports world? Okay. So, you know, with that being said, now
The AlphaMale.
Give me 10.
give me 10 with the AlphaMale.
Oh, I'm so happy I can't even feel my arms.
So today's Give Me 10 definitely goes on to the topic of hip hop and sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to limit it to just basketball or football or anything like that. Or I'm not going to you know what? I'm going to take it off of just hip hop. I'm just going to say my top 10 athletes who pursued music careers. Okay. Now, I do want to point out that this is my list. Once again, this is my list. If you would like to compose a list, you can definitely put it on the chat. I'll definitely be reading. So you guys can definitely put it on the chat. You guys can even tweet your Give Me 10, top 10 athletes who pursued music careers and things of that such. You know, it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to see athletes who feel as though they can rap or sing or just whatever. You know, it's very interesting to see. And then the most interesting part about it is that you're surprised when they're actually talented at doing so. So, my list is kind of unorthodox. I have my reasonings for putting certain players at certain levels. It's just entertaining to me. But let's go ahead and get this thing started. Number 10. I put this guy at number 10 because I don't think I've ever seen a soccer player rap. Matter of fact, I don't even think rap and soccer even mix. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't sound right. But the United States men's soccer forward, Clint Dempsey. Now, this was in my research. You know, I did some homework on this, and I was surprised more than anything. I was extremely surprised to see that Clint Dempsey chose hip hop. I mean, now granted, I think he would have more than likely listened to hip hop or followed some form of hip hop, but for him to actually give it a try, and I ain't gonna front, this song doesn't really, I don't see it as being any good. Of course, that's why nobody's really heard it. No shade at Clint Dempsey, but stick to soccer. We appreciate what you do for the U.S. men's soccer team, but hip hop ain't gonna cut it, white boy. I'm sorry. That's wrong. Okay, so number nine on my list of top 10, Kobe Bean Bryant.
What I live for, basketball, beats and brawls from Italy to
now, the reason I chose Kobe Bean Bryant, right after Clint Dempsey is because I think these are like the two worst attempts at hip hop that I've seen in so long. Simply put, these are the worst attempts for me at hip hop. I mean, it just doesn't sound right for Kobe, especially. Kobe, it didn't sound right at all either. I think he wanted to kind of approach it like a Will Smith type Big Willie style type deal. You know what I'm saying? The get jiggy with it type feel. I don't know, but I was not a fan of Kobe Bryant rapping. And honestly, if you ask Kobe Bryant today, I would almost bet. I would bet your bottom dollar that he wouldn't want to talk about that. I wouldn't want to talk about that. You hear that song? I wouldn't want to talk about that. Like flat out. That just wasn't the move.
Ron, again.
And my single coming out now, talk to me. I got a single, it's called Champion. I did a song called Champion last June.
I'm gonna let him go, guys.
And the single is coming out. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
Number 8, Ron Artest. Yes, Ron Artest. I call him Ron Artest. Well, I'm going to say Ron Artest, but the actual name is Meta World Peace. But I think Ron Artest was the hip-hop artist. But anywho, we all remember when they won the championship back in 2010. The LA Lakers won in 2010 versus the Boston Celtics. And then, of course, he was talking about Champion, a song that he made called Champion. But, yeah, Ron Artest has done music before. He's had, I think, like a couple albums, like probably 1 or 2 albums out. I think he had even went so far as even producing a girls group. So I think he was more successful. I think he was more successful at music than the last two, than Clint Dempsey and Kobe Bryant. I think he actually put more work into it. He might have been a little more talented at music or whatnot. But, besides that, I haven't heard much of Ron Artest. I hadn't heard much from him. I've seen him, of course, here and there on 106 and Park when I was, coming up and stuff like that. But beyond just that, I think just the name itself, him being Ron Artest and him being who he was, I think that's what put him at this position. Number 7, Allen Iverson. Yes, number 7, Allen Iverson. Why did I put Allen Iverson at number 7? Okay, so I think Allen Iverson, I put him here because I'm not going to say he pioneered hip-hop, but he made it more so. He was hip-hop in the NBA. He was hip-hop in the NBA. And a reason why he's number 7 is because, he even had an attempt at trying to do music, but somehow the NBA just would not allow his music to be released, saying that it was too vulgar, way too much violence, and too much profanity in the music. And we all remember that small battle he had with the NBA. So that was why Allen Iverson was put at number 7, mainly because he was hip-hop. For 1, he brought hip-hop culture to the NBA, but for 2, he actually did music, but the NBA just would not allow it to come out. And for me, that was like the first of its kind. I've never seen that before. As you can listen in the background, jazz music. Yeah, kind of slowing the sound down just a little bit. Some jazz music from the one and only Wayman Tisdale. Yeah. Yeah, Wayman Tisdale. Now, I've been in radio for about 6 years now. 6 years. And funny thing about Wayman Tisdale, I used to always hear Wayman Tisdale. A lot of the older people that I produced for, they would say, I put some Wayman Tisdale on it. I want to listen to some Wayman Tisdale. And, when I was dating older women, don't tell my girlfriend that. Well, they used to always, be like, yeah, I like to listen to Wayman Tisdale. And I'm like, Okay, so Wayman Tisdale must be a nice guy.